Hi everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So I'm Louise and you are?
James.
James. Hello everyone. We've not seen you for a few weeks, but we're very excited, aren't we, today, James? Because James has got lots of fun things that he's going to show you, and maybe by the end of it you'll have got lots of fun things like James has been playing with, okay? So first of all, today you need to look on the internet and you need to download this sheet, okay? Yeah? So get your mums and daddies to do that, and then once you've downloaded the sheet and printed it off, come back and then we'll take you through it, okay? But first of all, we're going to learn about a man. Where's our man, James?
Here.
Here he is. Yeah, okay, yeah, we've got a man, okay? And this man is a man called Jonah, isn't he, James? So today, this little action figure is Jonah, okay? And Jonah was a very, very important person, okay? Because God told him to do something and he didn't want to do it. He was a bit scared. But you know what? God really helped him. Somewhere along the lines, they became a whale. Whale, of all things, or a big fish. And somehow God rescued him. And at the end of it, Jonah was that excited, he did exactly what God told him what to do. Okay, so we're going to learn all about Jonah. We're going to hear a story. We're going to do a task. And James is going to show you his fantastic picture of his whale. Where's your whale?
Here.
Okay, so if you've not got a printer, the second best thing to do today is to draw a picture of a whale. Yeah, which is James's picture, okay? So this is James's picture. So you draw your whale. The key thing about drawing a whale is he's got to be really big, a bit like a big fish. And we've got water squirting up, okay, into the air. All right? So
And the hole where the water comes out.
exactly. Really important to get the hole where the water comes out, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you the activity that we're going to do. So remember, we've got this. What we're going to do is we're going to make one of these. Look at this. So this is our whale. And this is Jonah, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw... Will you calm down, please? We're going to throw Jonah into the whale, okay? 1, 2, 3. Ooh! He went in. And guess what? We can get Jonah back out, okay? So this is what we're going to do. Can you show everybody what to do? So you hold Jonah and the whale, and you have to throw Jonah into the whale. Or just like that. And you're taking him out again, okay? James, so close. James nearly got... Oh, yeah! Good stuff, okay? So that's what we're going to do. But before we do that, I'm going to tell you a fantastic story. Okay, so I'm going to read a story. It's from the Bible, but this is our little picture version of the Bible, okay? So just for reference, if you want to look at it in the Bible, it's Jonah 1 to 3, okay? But for the purposes of what we're going to do, we're going to see a little bit more colourful pictures and things, okay? So Jonah was a man, okay? So we know that Jonah was a man, and we've got our little man here, okay? So Jonah is just like your granddad, or your daddy, or your uncle, or any other man that you might know, okay? Like, you might could be like a teacher or something like that, or a policeman. Who knows? So Jonah was a man, all right? Just an ordinary man, okay? And God spoke to Jonah, and he said, please go to this town called Nineveh and tell everybody all about me so they know how amazing I am and how I can help them in their lives, okay? But guess what? Jonah was scared, all right? And because he was scared, it meant that he didn't want to do what God had asked him to didn't want to do what God had asked him to do, okay? So instead, he did something really silly. And rather than doing what God had told him to do, he ran in the other direction, really, really fast. And you know what? He went as far away as possible, okay? Which included getting on a boat, okay? So he went on the boat, and while he was on the boat, this is what is a little bit disappointing with Jonah, really. But he knew that he couldn't escape God because God sent a storm, okay? And when it was on the storm, it was that bad, this storm. The boat tossed around, it went this way and that way, and everybody on the boat got really, really scared. And everybody on the boat knew that this was God that was angry, okay? And disappointed in Jonah. So what was the solution? The men and the sailors on the ship all decided they had to get rid of Jonah, okay? And to get rid of him, they threw him out of the boat into the really, really choppy sea, all right? Which is not a good thing for Jonah. So Jonah was kind of hanging out in the sea, getting really, really scared. And, you know, he could have drowned. But God decided to save Jonah. And the way he saved Jonah was with our whale. Okay, so our whale came over and he swallowed Jonah up into his mouth, just like our whale here and Jonah here. Jonah went whoop into the whale's belly, okay? But Jonah didn't die. Jonah was inside the belly and he was swishing around in the belly, and Jonah prayed to God. This is when he turned to God and said, "I'm sorry, God. I should have done what you told me to do." So the good thing is that God listened and God realised that Jonah was sorry and God forgave Jonah. And what happens? Our whale spits out Jonah and Jonah gets onto dry land. Yeah? And then Jonah realises he's got to say thank you to God and do what God's asked him to do. So what he does is he goes to the people in the town where God had told him to go, and he tells everybody how amazing God is. That's a cool story, don't you think? I think it's a cool story. Now, what we're going to do today is, if you don't want to draw a whale, and I would suggest you draw a whale because James really likes drawing his whale. James, do you want to come here and help me, please? So we're going to make one of these, okay? So what you need is, and I'll show you what you need this sheet printing off, okay? And then you need to cut out using some scissors, or ask your mummy to do it, or your daddy for that matter. You need to cut out your whale, you need your cup, you need to cut out your whale's belly, and you need some string. Where's my string? I think I've lost it. You need your string, and your string needs to be probably about 30 centimetres, a bit longer than 30 centimetres, okay? So you need some string, you need some sellotape, you need to cut Jonah out, and you need, I've got a coin, but you could get a rubber or something like that to put on the back of Jonah to give it a little bit of weight, so then we can stick it all together. So once you've got all those things cut out and collected, we're ready to go. James, are you going to jump up? You're going to help me, okay? Yeah? So, James is going to help. What we're going to do is we're going to get our cup with our whale, and we're going to stick our whale to the cup. Alright, so James, do you want to help me?
Mm-hmm.
You want to stick him on? So we're going to stick him on. Okay?
Okay.
I'll do one side, you can do the other, okay? Okay, you stick it on that side. Alright, so that's the top of him. And we need to stick his bottom bit on, so you hold that. And then we're going to stick his bottom bit. So make sure when you stick it on, you stick it the right way up. Okay, so you need to, it's a bit weird, it feels like you're sticking it on the wrong way. But you need to stick it on so it faces out, okay? So you need to stick that on, like that. Perfect. So now we've got our whale. So James is going to hold the whale while I make Jonah. Okay, so Jonah, get a coin, and Jonah, put the two together and put your sellotape on and wrap it round. Okay, and then you get your string. This is our string. Put the sellotape on the string, and we need to stick it on the bottom up there. And then we need to stick Jonah to the string. Alright? And then we've got Jonah on the string, we've got our whale, and what do we do, James?
You need to try and throw him in.
Exactly.
The mouth.
It's a little game. So see if you can do it. Can you do it, James? If I hold it, can you throw it in? See? Yeah! And then you need to pull the whale, you need to pull Jonah out because this is God saving him from the whale. Okay? So isn't that cool? Excellent. So, now, just a little recap. Jonah doesn't listen to God. So God's a little bit angry, but he saves him in the end by sending him a big fish that he can go in to keep him and protect him. Jonah says sorry, and he then tells everybody, and he does exactly what God's told him to do. Okay? And the key things of what you need to hear today are that God is always with us, and if he tells us to do something, trust him, because he knows best, and he'll make sure everything's all right for us. Don't run away, because we can't run away from God. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our prayer. We're going to do a prayer. Oops, Daisy. We're going to do a prayer. And today we've got our Lego cross, haven't we, James? So what we're going to say is thank you to God. Okay, James, do you want to say thank you to God?
Thank you.
Thank you. So dear God, thank you that you are always there for us, and that if you tell us to do something, then we should listen and we should do it, and you always make things good for us, okay? And a little bit of an additional prayer. Thank you, God, for our mummies and daddies, because they can help us too. All right. See ya. Thank you for today. Look forward to seeing anything. So, you know, get these things off a go. Yeah, have fun. And at some point, I'll see you soon. All right. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Don't say goodbye, James.
Goodbye.